Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Marahil ay nagtataka kayo bakit finally na-turn over sa atin si former Congressman Teves. Ito po ay lahat ay sa magandang pakipag-ugnayan ng ating Pangulo, BBM, sa Presidente ng Timor-Leste, si Timor-Leste President Jose Ramos Horta, that they finally decided to turn over to us the person of Congressman Teves because they believe that Congressman Teves has been staying in their country for 2 years now undocumented. And they also considered the cases filed against him before the court na sabi nila ay medyo hindi maganda sa kanilang national security. So they finally decided na i-expel from Timor-Leste si Congressman Teves. With that letter decision of the Timor-Leste government, the Secretary of Justice immediately formed a team consisting of Yusek Eli Cruz of the DOJ, yours truly, at BI. Nagpunta po kami through the help of our Philippine Air Force. Punta po kami agad sa Timor-Leste and coordinated on the return of Sir Teves. Ganun po. So, ito na siya. Dumating kami kagabi mga pasado alas 12. Ginawa na namin yung procedure. Fingerprinting, mugshot, medical examination, and dumating kagabi rin si Attorney Topacio and the mother of Congressman Teves. So I allowed them to visit si Congressman Teves at binigyan namin sila ng private time to confer with each other, magbatian sila. And then dito na rin namin pinag-stay si Congressman Teves before turning him over to our detention facility in Bocor. Ayun po, may tanong po ba kayo?
Yes. John, please.
Pleasant day, sirs. Pwede po bang malaman lang po, Director, ano po yung mga kaso pong kinakaharap ni former Congressman Arnulfo Teves at ano po yung procedure na mangyari po after po BI headquarters?
All right. Yung mga cases na niya, COS, Attorney Agus.
Good morning. 10 counts of murder at Branch 51, Regional Trial Court, Manila. 13 counts of frustrated murder, Branch 51, RTC, Manila. 4 counts attempted murder, Branch 51, RTC, Manila. Another case for murder, Branch 12, RTC, Manila. Another case of murder at Branch 15, RTC, Manila. Another case of murder at Branch 63, RTC, Bayawan. Illegal possession of firearms and illegal possession of explosives, Branch 12, RTC, Manila. Terrorist Financing Prevention and Suppression Act, different sections under RTC Manila Branch, RTC Quezon City Branch 77. Another case of Terrorist Financing Prevention and Suppression Act, Branch 77, RTC Quezon City. That's all. Thank you.
Apo. Director, we know for a fact, sir, na noong mga nakaraang mga buwan, gumulong po yung proseso sa Timor-Leste at nagkaroon po ng mga hearing sa korte po doon. At nagkaroon po ng mga desisyon na nag-prevent po para po mapa-uwi si Congressman Arnulfo Teves dito po sa Pilipinas. Ano po nangyari? Bakit po ngayon ay nandito na siya kasama po natin ngayon.
Yun nga po, tulad ng sinabi ko sa magandang pakikipag-ugnayan ng ating Pangulo ni President Bongbong Marcos sa presidente ng Timor-Leste, si President Jose Ramos Horta. Ayun po, nag-decide po ang government ng Timor-Leste to finally turn over to us si Congressman Teves so that he can answer all the charges against him. Ganun po, kasimple lang ho yun. Yun. With that, the SOJ, Secretary Remulla ay nag-form agad ng team. Kami nga po at sinundo na namin sa Timor-Leste si Congressman Teves.
Opo. Director, last query nila po. Tapos na po tayo sa mga procedures, mugshots, fingerprints. Ano po yung susunod na step po? Dito po ba siya ikukulong at or sa ibang facility at bakit po doon po pala sa may mga information po na baka sa Bucor po gagawin po yung pagkulong?
Thank you and good morning, Director, and to the media. As a matter of procedure, we will be preparing and submitting a return of the warrant of arrest, informing the issuing court that we have arrested and in custody of the person of Arnolfo Teves. From there, we will temporarily detain the person of the accused before our detention facility in Bucor, Muntinlupa. This is a separate facility from the Bureau of Corrections. This one is being supervised and maintained by the National Bureau of Investigation.
Okay.
After our return, the court, of course, acquires jurisdiction and the processes will now proceed.
Yes, liwanagin ko rin, maraming nagtatanong sa akin, Sir, bakit Bucor? Mga convicted lang ang itina-turn over dun. Ganito po yan. Kami po magmula ng gibain ang building namin sa Top Avenue, wala po kaming detention facilities. So nakipag-coordinate kami with Bucor, pahiramin kami ng space doon. So binigay sa amin ng Building 14. That Building 14 is distinct and separate from the Bucor na kung saan yung mga convicted ay nakakulong. Kaya yun po ang ginagamit namin. Kaya wag po kayong mamangha na bakit Bucor, no? Detention facility po yun ng NBI under our control. Tao po namin na nakabantay doon. Ganun po.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for that information and clarification, Director, sir. Next. Limit to one question and one
sir.
follow-up, please.
Yes po. Mads po from Net25. Sir, i-clear ko lang po, si Kong Teves po ay pinauwi dahil undocumented foreign national siya, not because of the extradition request of the Department of Justice po.
Kasama na yun, meron tayong request, but then nag-file sila ng appeal sa korte doon at lumabas nga na parang dinideny yun, but then we further coordinated with the government, the Timor-Leste government, through our very own president. No, remember during the last week lamang nasa Malaysia si Presidente at nakausap sila ni Timor-Leste President. So eto na po yung naging bunga ng magandang pakipagtunguhan ng dalawang bansa through our respective presidents.
Director, can we also ask po, Kong Teves, is it okay po?
Tingnan natin kung sasagot siya. Sige po.
Hi, sir. Sir, how do you feel now po na after 2 years, finally, you're back in the country po? And how do you feel na, kasi di ba meron kayong pending pa na appeal for asylum, tapos inuwi po kayo, pinayagan po ng Timor-Leste government na makabalik kayo sa Pilipinas despite na pending pa yung appeal?
Yes, because actually, dun kasi, I've been there for 2 years. I know quite how the government there works, no? So, there's this judicial thing, but there is also what they call it something like political, which is the government. Oh. Iba pa yung ano ha, Iba pa yung presidente doon, iba pa yun sa government eh. Government there is different. Their president is something like ano lang, parang king ba, para siyang figurehead, yes. So there are several factors there which are distinct and separate, but as to who is more powerful, and I cannot say anymore, no? Because sa totoo lang, I just won with finality my case in extradition, but they used another thing about expulsion, which technically I still had a few days to reply, but hindi ko alam ano nangyari. Pero sige na lang, tapos na yun. I mean, useless discussing things, I mean, over spilled milk, no? But sa totoo lang, of course, malungkot ako dahil siyempre makukulong ako na makukulong ako. So kahit hindi pa, di ba, dito kasi makukulong ka kahit hindi ka pa convicted, no? But may mga ano naman yun, si Attorney Ferdy na bahala. But what I'm saying, on the other hand, I'm also glad that I haven't seen my mother for 2 years. My father died last December. Hindi naman lang ako nakauwi. So it was quite painful. And also, at least, maano na rin, matapos na rin. Dahil kahit nung nandun ako, inisip ko, kung hindi man ako umuwi, haharapin, kailangan pa rin ito matapos eh. Ito lang sana yung request ko sa korte na sana mabilis yung kaso. Dahil sa totoo lang, kung tatrabahoin talaga yung kaso, sandali lang sandali lang matapos kung ano. So, yun lang yung ano. Anyway, I trust my lawyers very well, and I know my conscience is clear. So, ang sa akin lang, sana lang mabilis yung proseso para matapos na. Di ba? Matapos na siya. Para tapos na. Thank you.
Again, we kindly advise the ex-congressman of his rights, and the good counsel may answer for his client. Thank you, sir. Next.
Hi, sir. Good morning. I am Camille Samonte from TV5. Question po kay Mr. Teves. Sir, just want to get your reaction dun sa naging statement ng government ng Timor-Leste. They were saying that one of the reasons why they decided to deport you is because of the implication of the national security ng bansa nila. Kung baga sinasabi nila, yung pananatili mo doon ay nakaka-apekto sa kanilang security?
Siguro si Attorney Topacio na lang ang mas competent sumagot niyan. Attorney Topacio, sir?
One sa ano lang.
Yes, okay.
Ganito lang yon. Kung sino man nagsabi nun, everyone in this world are entitled to their own perceptions. Yun lang.
Thank you. Counsel may answer, please.
I affirm the statement of my client. Thank you.
Okay, last na lang po from my end. Sir Teves, you mentioned earlier na na darating din naman yung punto na haharapin mo rin itong mga kaso. Why did it take you so long to stay in Timor-Leste? Bakit hindi na lang po natin hinarap ito sa korte?
A lot of you here know me ever since my days in Congress. I'm a very honest and sincere person. I will be very consistent. Even our pleadings in court, I had not had, even now, still have, but of course, here I feel safer with the NBI because pasalamat ako kay Director at sa lahat ng staff ng NBI na maganda yung pagtrato nila sa akin mula nung pagkuha sa akin hanggang ngayon. So, my concern is really my life, my security.
Handa na po kayong harapin si Mayor Janice Digamo?
Wala naman problema. I can face anybody in this world.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Kindly address your questions to the good counsel. Next.
Good morning po. Kay Attorney Topacio po. Attorney, now that meron na pong movement itong ating kaso, ano na po yung mga next steps po natin and yung mga plano pa po natin na gagawin?
Mike, sir.
Well, I cannot comment in detail on that because ngayon pong nasa territorial jurisdiction na ng Pilipinas si Ginoong Teves at may kaso po, maraming kaso katulad naman po ng nabanggit ng ating napakagandang Chief of Staff ng NBI, that sub judice rule now applies. Suffice it to state that the lawyers who comprise the team to defend Mr. Teves will do everything under the law to give him our best defense. Doon na lang po natin iwanan yon. Thank you.
Okay po. Kay na director na lang din po, tsaka kay Chief Lotok. Kamusta po yung pag-serve pala po natin ng warrant, sir? May naging problem po ba tayo dun sa pag-bring up sa kanya? Yung date lang po kung kailan po kayo pumunta doon, tapos kailan po siya na-process po ng ganito.
Okay.
Sige po.
Good morning. Meron ho kaming prepare na presentation, yung timeline of events. Sir, if I may,
Yes.
pakita po natin sa kanila. Jay?
May we invite your attention to the screens for the video presentation?
Yeah, so yung first slide, Jay, please. So this is all about deportation and handover proceeding, as well as service of warrant of arrest against Sir Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr. here. Next slide, please. So on May 27, we saw, it's public knowledge that the immigration authorities in Dili, Timor-Leste, arrested former Congressman Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr. Next slide, please. Then on 28, the DOJ released a press statement on the status of the transfer of Mr. Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr. Next slide, please. Then the same Department of Justice mobilized joint team composed of DOJ, NBI, and BI. Of course, the Philippine Air Force was there to facilitate the return of Arnolfo Teves Jr. following the Timor-Leste deportation order. Next slide, Jay. There on May 28 at around 11 p.m., nagkaroon ho kami ng briefing ito sa loob ng Villamor Air Base before ho kami nag-scheduled flight to Timor-Leste. So at 11:34, pasok na ho kami sa aeroplano ng Air Force bound to Timor-Leste. Next slide. And then 29 at around 1 p.m., ito makikita nyo sa picture, nandyan yung director natin, si Yusek Cruz. Sinalubong po sila ng mga representative from Timor-Leste. Next slide. Diyan kung makikita po ninyo, ito po yung may present po ang Timor-Leste sort of certificate of handover. Ito ho yung kanilang initiation, representatives between the two countries. Next slide, please. Yan po makikita ninyo. From the Philippines, makikita po ninyo si Director Santiago at si Yusek Cruz. Next slide, Jay. So yung document po na kung saan present nila, pakita natin yung document, Jay, please. Yan, certificate of handover. So yung mga conditions, but basically, yes, sir.
I went over the condition of Timor-Leste. Sa makikita ninyo, gusto nila i-guarantee natin na yung life imprisonment niya ay hindi tatagal ng 40 years. Maiisip nyo, sang katutak yung cases, kung sakaling may conviction, lampas-lampas yan sa 40 years. But then, yung condition nila na wag lalampas ng 40 years, gano'n naman talaga ang batas natin. Meron tayong tinatawag na threefold rule, no? Maraming cases, yung totality nun, hindi dapat lalabas ng 40. So, ganun lang yun. So, yung sentence limitation, 40 years, no death penalty. Wala naman death penalty sa atin. Yan ang kinakatakot nila dun, pinag-aalala ng Timor-Leste. absolute prohibition na wag daw magka-torture, inhuman, degrading treatment. So, in-accord natin sa kanya lahat ng kanyang karapatan. Kagabi pa lamang, dumating si Mami, nagyakapan na sila, Congressman Tevez, including the lawyer. Binigay po natin lahat ng karapatan ng ating Congressman Tevez. No coerced evidence, siyempre, inadmissible naman yan sa atin. No political prosecution, criminal ito, criminal prosecution, walang ano dito. Fair and public trial, ganun naman po ang korte natin. So, ito po ay turnover from their immigration to our immigration. So, being a former judge, ina-advise ko ang ating immigration na, okay, you can sign that. Ayan, nagkaroon ng signature, immigration nila at immigration natin. So, Congressman Tevez was finally turned over to us. Ganun po kaayos ang nangyari kahapon.
Next, please.
Diyan kung makikita po ninyo, dala-dala ho ng Immigration Authority from Timor, si Kong Tevez, tinatransfer na ho siya sa possession natin. Andiyan, so isasakay na po siya sa Philippine Air Force aircraft. And then from there, kung makikita ho ninyo, dyan po natin hinandcuff si Kong Tevez.
Tinanggal na po ng Timor-Leste authorities ang handcuff, pati yung sa paa niya. Pati paa niya nakakadena doon eh. So, tinanggal na po ng Timor-Leste authorities, and then ako naman ay nag-order na tayo naman ang mag-handcuff. As a matter of protocol, pagka nag-aresto ka ng tao, he should be handcuffed. So, pinalitan naman namin. Pinalitan lang yung handcuff. At ayun nga, tinuloy na namin siya sa aircraft. Kumbaga, nasa jurisdiction na siya ng ating bayan dahil yung aircraft carrier natin, at doon ay binasahan na siya ng kanyang Miranda right ni Atty. Loto.
So, nasa news naman ho yan. But then yan po yung Miranda right na nabasa po natin kay Mr. Tevez. Next. So ito na ho, bound na po kami papuntang Davao. Ayan ho, makikita nyo yung status ni Kong Tevez during the flight. Hindi pa ho kami nakakatanan. Balik pa lang ho kami ng Manila dyan. Next slide. Yan. Approximately 11 p.m. The aircraft arrived at Villamor Air Base, Pasay City. At ito po, lumabas yung NBI with Kong Tevez, and personnel from Philippine Air Force. So dito po yun. Diniretso po natin siya sa vehicle ng NBI. So from plane directly to NBI vehicle. Next slide, J. So dito po siya, ito na po yung sa loob ng building natin. Bantay-sarado po ang si former Congressman Tevez. There, sinamahan po siya ng director natin at iniakyat po siya sa 9th floor para dun ho simulan yung booking processes. So makikita nyo, nag-conduct ho ang NBI ng medical examination. Chinek ho yung buong katawan niya. And then ito ho yung DACT, yung fingerprint. Yan ho.
Okay.
And then after that, mugshot. Next day. Tama ho si Attorney Topacio. Next day. And then lastly, ito ho yung nung na-reunite na ho si former Kong Teves sa kanyang mother. That's all po yung presentation natin. Thank you po.
Thank you.
So you will see from the start we have accorded him